Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, William Ruto's government is working so much hard to privatize some of the parastatals in this country. And of course, their first target is about 19 parastatals they are going to start with. And in those 19, they're touching in sugar companies like Mias Sugar Company, Nzoia Sugar Company, we're talking about Sony and others. Then you go to Lower Eastern. And then Ruto is trying so much hard to remove the issue of oversight from National Assembly and Senate when it comes to selling of the parastatals, saying that it is going to be the decision of the cabinet. Remember, cabinet is appointee of the president. They work at the mercy of the president. He is the hiring and firing authority. That means if you are not aligned to what the president wants, you will be fired the following day, and they will replace you. You have nowhere to take him, not even in the court. So people have been questioning, why is Ruto removing the issue of oversight and bringing it to the cabinet where he is controlling? But then Boni Khalwale gave an answer. Last week, he talked about Mias Sugar Company, and it was very clear. Not even an inch will be allowed to be given to a private investor in the name of selling off. So it was very clear that the Mias Sugar Company nuclear land is a heritage land. And because of that, they are not willing to give that land. Imagine they're talking about 12,000 acres of land. So that was Kakamega. But then another developing story is that now the National Assembly Speaker Moses Barasa Wetangula convened a meeting with the leaders of Bungoma County. So in that meeting we had the Bungoma Senator Wakuli, we had the Bungoma Governor Ken Makelo Lusaka, Didmus Barasa was part of that meeting, and other leaders including Wambilianga, the woman rep, and all members of parliament, including even MCS. And they resolved in that meeting that they will not allow any single inch of the land belonging to Nzoia Sugar Company to be sold to a private investor in the name of privatizing Nzoia Sugar Company. So look at that. Kakamega has refused, Bungoma is refusing. That means Western region is refusing the issue of privatizing these two companies. Nzoia will not go to private. If they want to privatize, what Masika and the team are agreeing to is the building and the machine. That one can be privatized, but not touching on the land. Then the big question comes in, why focus on the land? And when you talk about Nzoia Sugar Company, we are talking of a nuclear land of about 24,000 acres. That's huge. So, Mias is saying no, Nzoia is saying no. And the question people should be asking themselves, Western region is partly half in the government side. Another half is with Raila Odinga. I'm saying this because I'm talking about leaders. So imagine those who are in key position in Western region in William Ruto's government are not agreeing to the position that Ruto is taking as of now. Wetangula is the third in command when we talk about the structure of governance according to our constitution. So the third in command is saying no to the government. Now when we go politically, Musalia Mudavadi is the third in command. Now that is according to the arrangement in Kenya Kwanza, and you can see it. It is powerful office. It means also Mudavadi is there, but lawyers are saying no. So it's part of that. The big question that Kenya should ask themselves, especially those who are not part of this government, why is it that those who are in this government are rejecting William Ruto's move? What about you? What are they reading deeper into that approach? First of all, listen to Didmus Barasa while issuing a statement after the meeting.
Attendance of that meeting. And we agreed on a plan that is going to sort out Nzoia Sugar, a position which we will be rallying the people of this county to support that. One, the nuclears that are part of our heritage, that it belongs to the forefathers of this county, cannot be touched by anybody. And we will want to ask the government that if the government of Kenya is unable to revive and run Nzoia Sugar, that they should write off the debts, hand over the factory to the county government of Bungoma, so that Ken Makelo Lusaka and the people of Bungoma can try to set up aside some funds, bring in new machines that will embrace new technology, so that we can bring Nzoia back to profitability. That is our first proposal. The second proposal is that if the government of Kenya is unable to run Nzoia Sugar and they want to privatize, to bring in a strategic investor to run the factory, we will want that the people of Bungoma, the governor of Bungoma, be involved in drafting or putting ingredients in the agreement, and that the land must remain the property of the county of Bungoma. What the strategic investor should do is just to be given buildings so that he brings in new machines with new technology, because the interests of the people of Bungoma are only two. One is to secure our land that forms part of majority of the nuclears, and the second is that the factory must be able to buy cane from farmers. The factory must be able to pay farmers within a period of not more than 7 days. That is the only interest of the people of Bungoma. We are not interested in whether this strategic partner will be black, white, or yellow. We are not interested in where the strategic partner will come from. As long as the nuclear continues to be the property of the people of Bungoma, as long as that investor will bring in new machines that embrace new technology and assure farmers that the cane will be purchased at a good rate that is competitive with what West Kenya is buying, with what Cabras Millers is buying, with what Jali Sugar is buying. Once that one has been assured and put in place, we will support the government in privatizing Nzoia Sugar, as long as those two aspects that I've talked about are respected.
Now we are continuing with the panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing to our return subscribers. I must say thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, I think this is the right time that Kenyans need to be very, very careful about this new regime. Remember, we are now entering into a bipartisan approach or engagement as far as sorting out the issues that the Azimio side was raising, and of course what is concerned with the Kenya Panther side. That engagement, it will need either side to compromise so that they can reach an agreement and sort out the issue. In that way of compromising each other, this government will use that opportunity to do so many things in this country, and by the time we are going to discover, we will have no country. Most of these properties will have been gone. So bipartisan is here, and Kenyans, it is now in your hands to know what belongs to you. Defend it, because now you have to speak for yourself. There is one thing I'm learning here. The reason why people of Kakamega and Bungoma are refusing for any inch of their land to be given to a private investor is because they understand that that land is going to be grabbed by senior leaders in this government. They are going to devalue the land, they are going to devalue the property, and in fact their target is not even the machine. Their target is not even the building there. Their target is the land. Land is the biggest target, and that's why you can see Didmus Barasa is saying you can touch on machine, you can touch on anything, but not our land. Just imagine someone going to occupy 24,000 acres of land in Bungoma County. Very fertile land. The focus will not be even on those machines. The focus will be what you want to use for that land. So these people are a senior in this government, but they are saying no. It means they are learning that there is someone who wants to grab their land. So the end game here is land. Same thing to what Bonnie Kalwala talked about. And the other issue in Western region is that heritage land, what you have inherited from your parent, it comes with a blessing. I know most of Kenyans, even in other communities, that's what they believe. So giving out such a land, and especially when you are giving it like all of it, it means you have remained with nothing. So you hold to nothing. That's why they are against about giving up the inheritance land. The other issue is that this land was given free by residents because they were looking for something that will help to generate income for the community. So people were giving this land free. There was no compensation. The question is, as you sell that land, then take money to the National Assembly, to the national government, then what are you leaving these people with? They never benefited anything in terms of compensation. Are you going to compensate the entire community? That's why they're saying it is better you give it to the county government. So now county government can run it on behalf of the people of Bungoma, people of Kakamega, and the Luya community at large. And remember, in as much they want to sell these companies, the emerging information is that also we have people who want to also put another companies there with the current latest machine. Because they are using the old one. If you go to Kakamega, to Mias, the kind of machine they are using, it was the old machine. But we have the latest, which has been improved, which is using less power. So for them, they feel it is better they upgrade the machine and let it be run by either national government or bring to the county government as a trustee of the people. So lawyers are saying no. Watu wa Ukambani, mambo ya KMTC inaenda, mambo ya Bamburi Cement inaenda, watu wa Nyanza, Sony Sugar inaenda. If Wetangula can stand like this, Didmus Barasa who is supporting Ruto stand like this, what about you who don't believe in William Samoei Ruto? What about you? So it's high time we tell the government the truth. No privatization to public property if it's not going through the National Assembly, so that they can discuss to open people's eyes to understand what is going to happen at the end of the day. Ruto want to blind people, then privatize these properties. So even those who are supporting him, they don't agree to that. It is something people should rethink about. Don't let your items to go. They are saying it will be public participation. Public participation, you can buy people. And you will end up using numbers that are aligned in your side. This must be stopped. So Didmus Barasa is telling Ruto and the team, we will not allow you. Wetangula is saying no. And that's the position of Bungoma.